Hey everyone, just a quick note before the show gets started. First live show, I was using some new programming to help enhance the show. Unfortunately, for some reason, it doubled the audio. So, I apologize in advance. This is not the quality of a show I wanted to do, especially for the first live one out. Unfortunately, no way of me knowing while I was doing the show that this was going on. So, I apologize now that the audio is doubled. You hear like a large echo of me. And, well, here's the show. If you can make it through it, great. Had some great conversation going on. If not, well, we'll have it fixed for the next one. So, on that note, on with the show. Why, hello there. Sorry, I'm testing out new software. So there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. But welcome back. Welcome back to Disney Marvel's podcast, The Live Show. The show that is made by fans for the fans. And that's you. Thank you again for joining me. Hope everyone's summer is going well. It's again, like I said, this is a bit of a learning curve. Back into the horse doing live shows. I hope again everyone's doing well. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. I don't know how many of these I'll be able to do, but whatever we get to do, we'll do. And I look forward to participating with you guys, whether it be live on the stream, or if you're listening to this on the audio feeds later in the week. Either way, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. We are happy to have you here. So got a few things I wanted to talk about. We have Tiana's Bayou Adventure was announced, officially given the name of what Splash Mountain will be. Will be formerly known as Splash Mountain. Now soon to be known as Tiana's Bayou Adventure. That will be coming to us soon. We'll talk a little bit about that. We have some more information on Tron. And today is also Tron's 40th anniversary. This is Saturday, July 9th. 40 years ago, Tron came out. My goodness. Where has the time gone? And to think cinematically what that movie has meant, despite the fact that it wasn't the huge box office success. Eventually got a sequel to it decades later. And then we also we're getting attractions. We're supposed to have stuff from attractions and be integrated into the parks a while ago. But that didn't happen. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And I just have a few updates about the show itself that we will discuss. And any questions that you guys have, put them in the chat. Let us know you're here. Let us know. Let us know you're here. Say hi. Let us know where you're watching from. So first off, let's talk Tiana. So they're announcing it to be Tiana's Bayou Adventure. This will be the new name, replacing Splash Mountain. The Splash Mountain, apparently from what I heard, is they wanted that to be part of the title. They fought to try and keep that in the title, and they just couldn't make it work. No one agreed upon the name. This is the name, according to Jim Hill, that was one of the highest rated in the test groups and the focus groups. This is the name that was picked. This was the one that did the best in focus groups. So that's why they want Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Eventually, I will get that right. Eventually, we will all get that right. Not necessarily going to be the easiest to say. It doesn't roll off the tongue like Splash Mountain. But we'll get used to it. It will pick up. We'll be good. No problems there. It is. So they're saying late 2024, late 2004 is when this will be opening. I want to know from you, because I have my opinion on it, but I want to know from you, is that a realistic timeline? Not only is it going to be late 2024 for Walt Disney World, it's late 2024 for Disneyland as well. So do you think they can pull this off? It's only those two parks are getting switched out. For now. It's only those two parks not happening in Tokyo. Tokyo said, no, we're leaving it as it is. We don't see a problem. And therefore we are just leaving it alone. People like this attraction. It does really well. Why are we going to mess with it? Fair enough. So 2024. I'm curious because we know the speed that Disney before the pandemic, the speed that Disney worked at was leisurely. I'll be nice and called leisurely. Since the pandemic, and there's a shortage of construction workers and builders and fabricators and all that. Things have been slowing down substantially. Now, it does seem like production is picking up. Now that Guardians is built, the stuff in the center, the Journey of Water is finally making good progress. That should be opening soon. In Epcot, you have the new Communicore building slowly taking shape. So that's picking up. Tron is still in the works. And that's also making progress. So you have a lot more focus that can be put into Splash Mountain. They're not closing it just yet. They have an announcement they're closing it. Assumptions are D23 is when we will find out when the Splash Mountain will be closing down for its lengthy and substantial refurb. My guess, it'll be soon. It's going to be really soon. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't the end of this year. And it'll be shut down for probably 18 months. At least. I mean, I think that's what Disney's looking at. At least an 18, 20 month shutdown. If it shuts down shortly after the 50th anniversary celebrations end, which will be December. We should see it come. It's going to be coming soon, and I'm sure they're going to do it up. I'm sure they're going to make a big deal, just like they did with Illuminations. Whenever that closed down, whenever they stopped showing the Illumination show in Epcot. There's merchandise, there was hoopla, there was they made a deal about it. And they will probably, and I could, far be it for Disney to pass up on a marketing opportunity, market and sell merchandise and a farewell type of tour for Splash Mountain. They'll put the countdown on, and that's when it will close officially. It will close officially. The last riders and after the last riders and big hoopla is done. This whole big hoopla is done. That's a guess. Give it 2-3 months probably. That's a guess. Then they'll shut down, and then they'll shut down, go in and start stripping out the Song of the South characters, stripping out the Song of the South characters, the American Sings characters, and start putting what will be Tiana's. Now, something that we have to keep in mind here. They're not having to rebuild the ride system. They're not having to rebuild the ride system. Frozen. Think about when they redid Frozen to become Frozen. Or Maelstrom they had to redo the ride system a little bit. They had extended the track and they reshaped extended the track and they reshaped the direction that the vehicles went in the same direction. They extended the track and they rechanged the extended the track and they rechanged the layout, also the overlay. So that took a little more time. The overlay. From my understanding, with this, and they're already starting to pre-fabricate, and they're already starting to pre-animatronic characters. the animatronic
Why is
characters.
that important?
Because that saves
Why
them time.
is that important?
Because
That's
that
a lot
saves
of
them
effort
time.
they don't have to put
That's
into
a
this.
lot of effort they don't
Now,
have to
the
put into
animatronic
this.
characters,
Now,
much
the
like our
animatronic
Yeti,
characters
are built
much
as
like
part
our
of the
Yeti,
structure, so
are
that
built
becomes
as
part
a
of the
little
structure,
problematic.
So that becomes
But
a
how
little
much are they
problematic.
actually going to have to switch
But
out
how much
and
are they
change?
actually going to have to switch out?
I don't
and
know.
Change?
Is the riverboat staying?
I don't know.
Would fit
Is the riverboat
perfectly in
staying?
there?
The
It
riverboat would
goes
fit
with the
perfectly
theming.
in
It
there.
goes with the
It
storyline.
goes with
I
the
can
theming.
see the
It goes
riverboat
with the
staying.
storyline.
One
I can see
huge
the
element
riverboat
they don't
staying.
have to
That's
touch.
one
They just
huge
take the
element they
characters
don't
off of
have
it,
to touch.
and they put on
just
new
take the
skins and
characters
put on
off
new
of it,
characters.
and they put on new skins and put on new characters.
I wouldn't also be surprised if some
I
of those
wouldn't
characters
also be surprised if some
still
of those characters
remain. Especially the
still
American Sings
remain.
characters at the end.
Especially the American Sings characters
Those
at the end.
are relatively generic
Those
characters.
are
They don't
relatively
have-
generic
They're
characters.
not exact. They're
They
not part
don't
of
have-
Song of the South.
They're not exact.
They're not part of Song of the South.
They're part of
of the United States
show
in
from the
1976.
bicentennial of the United States in 1976.
These things could stick around.
These things
Um,
could stick around.
But will they?
We'll see.
But will they?
They
We'll see.
could possibly just go
They-
and clean house. Put
they
all
could
new
possibly
things,
just go
all
and
new
clean
sets,
house,
obviously.
put all new things.
You're not going
all
to have
new
a
sets,
rabbit
obviously.
burrow and
You're not gonna have
briar
a
rabbit
rabbit
burrow and briar patch.
But I can't see them changing it drastically.
But I can't
It's
see them
basically
changing
they're
it.
gonna
Take out Brer
drastically.
Bear,
It's
they're going to
basically
put
they're
in
gonna
Lewis.
take
They'll
out Brer
this
Bear, they're
character
gonna
and
put in
Lewis.
Lewis.
They'll
Another
take out this
character.
character and then
'Cause
put
we
in
will be seeing
another
new
character.
characters that we
'Cause
haven't
will
seen
be
before.
seeing new characters that we
Strangely
haven't seen
enough,
before.
Strangely
Within this
enough,
time frame, by the
within
time this
this
ride
time
opens,
frame,
we're
by
going
the
to get a
time this
Tiana
ride
show
opens
on
we're gonna
Disney
get a
Plus.
Tiana show
Why is
on
this
Disney
important?
Plus.
Because why is this important?
You can
Because
introduce new elements.
you can
of the
introduce
story
new elements
into
of the story
into
the fabric of the Tiana,
the fabric
into
of
the Tiana,
Princess and the Frog
into
storyline.
the Princess
You can
and the
bring
Frog
in new characters. You
storyline.
can bring in new.
You could bring in new
uh,
characters. You could bring in new
characters.
You could bring in new stuff and story
characters.
parts. You could bring
New
in new
outfits.
stuff and
Hence,
story parts.
the outfit
New
that
outfits.
Tiana is
Hence,
wearing,
the outfit that
which
Tiana
is
is
a-
wearing, a very fancy.
which is
she's
a-
got pants
a
and a nice
very
top.
fancy
She's got
whatnot.
pants and a nice
Not
top.
something that
and
we saw her
whatnot.
wearing.
Not something that we
in
saw her wearing.
Princess and the Frog.
in
She'll be
Princess
wearing
and the
in
Frog.
This
She'll
Disney
be wearing
Plus series,
in
possibly.
this
Disney
So this
Plus
will
series,
be
possibly.
translated into
So
something
this
that
will
we
be
see
translated
in
into something that we
Tiana's
see
Bayou Adventure.
in Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
So we got a lot of things that we
So
don't
we got
know.
a lot
All
of
we
things
know
that
is
we don't know.
what
All
we
we
have
know
seen
is
so far.
what we have seen
on
so far
Princess and the Frog.
on Princess and the Frog.
And this ride takes place
And
after
this
that. It's after
ride
the
takes
wedding.
place
even.
after that.
It's after the wedding.
So,
even.
we
we got a
we
lot,
got,
a lot
uh,
of stuff that we will be
we
learning.
got a
we'll
lot,
be seeing
a lot of
soon.
stuff that we will be learning. We'll be seeing soon.
That being said, again, I think
That being said,
the
again, I
2024,
think
not that
the
it's
2024,
impossible, particularly
not
said
that
they,
it's
since they said
impossible,
late and they
particularly
didn't
said they-
specifically
since
say
they said late
when
and they didn't specifically say
is
when.
on the ambitious
Is
side. On
I
the
know
ambitious
Disney wants
side.
to get it open.
I know Disney
soon.
wants to get it open,
But
soon. But
we'll see.
we'll see. I know they're
We'll
in
see.
kind of
We'll
a
see.
bind. I know they're
They
in
don't
kind
really
of a
have
bind.
anything else new.
They
in the
don't really have
pipeline that
anything
they're
else
working
new
on that
in
they've
the
announced
pipeline
yet.
that they're
D23
working on
is
that
right
they've
around the
announced
corner,
yet.
so we could be getting a lot
D23
of
is right around
information
the
that
corner,
we've
so we could
never
be
heard
getting a
before,
lot of information
that we had
we've
no clue
never
was
heard
coming.
before, and that we had no clue was coming.
But this will be happening.
And because also their neighbors
are doing
because
something
also their
relatively
neighbors
big.
are doing something
Relatively
relatively big,
big.
that Disney has not done in over
Relatively
20
big
years.
that
Disney has not done in
That's
over
open a new
20
theme
years.
park.
And that's opening a new theme
And
park. Not that I'm saying Disney
and
needs to open a
not that
a
I'm
fifth
saying
gate.
Disney needs to
Not yet.
open a fifth gate.
Not yet, but they need something. They need,
But they need
something. And
They
we
need
haven't-
something.
And
We got
Tron,
haven't-
and then we got nothing. We
So,
got Tron, and then we got
Tiana,
nothing.
that-
So
That is
Tiana, that
what's next.
that is
Speaking
what's
of Tron,
next. As I
Speaking
said
of
earlier,
Tron,
40th anniversary
as I
of the
said
show.
earlier,
40th
movie.
anniversary of the
40th
show.
anniversary
40th
of the
movie.
movie.
40th
goodness.
anniversary of
I
the
remember.
I remember when I was
goodness.
younger.
I
I remember when I was taking
younger,
movies out of the
um,
library. Yes,
libraries,
taking
kids.
movies out of the
Places
library.
where
Yes,
you go
libraries,
had
books.
books.
They had
Places where you
videotapes
go had
occasionally.
books.
You
They
had
had
books. You
videotapes
could read them.
occasionally.
You give them
You
back. You
get
didn't have
books,
to
you
pay
could read
anything.
them.
You give them
It
back.
was
You didn't have to
wonderful,
pay anything.
and that's how you.
It was
you
wonderful.
got your
and
books.
That's how you
and not
create
you
additional
got your
books on your
and not
bookshelf. Create additional
Someone will
books
actually
on your
let you
bookshelf.
take the book
Bring
Someone
it
will
home,
actually let you
read
take
it,
the
and
book,
bring it back to them.
bring it home
for free.
read it, and bring
Strange
it back to them.
concept. I know.
For free.
Physical books.
Strange
too.
concept.
I
I
know.
know. Things.
Physical books. Too.
But they
things.
also had
but
VHS tapes.
they also had VHS tapes.
Don't get me started on that one. But yes, VHS
Don't get me
tapes.
started
I
on
would,
that one.
But yes,
That's
VHS
how I saw a
tapes.
lot
I
of
would.
Disney movies.
That's how I saw a lot of.
I would sit
Disney
down. I'd
movies.
go to the library. I would sit down. I'd go to the library. I wasn't much of a book reader as a kid. I wasn't much of a book reader as a kid.
But I would go
and
pick out movies.
Mostly Disney movies.
Mostly Disney movies. Strangely enough.
Me being a Disney person.
Who figured?
Me being a Disney person.
But I would
get
get
the
one of the ones I would.
But I would get
often
the
was Tron,
one of the ones I
really
enjoyed was Tron.
That.
I really enjoyed
it was the
watching
first
that.
It
movie
was the
to have
first
CGI
movie
graphics
to have
incorporated
CGI
into it.
graphics incorporated into it.
You look back and you go, "Ooh, those."
You look back and you go, "Ooh,
rough-looking graphics."
That was
considering the time,
graphics.
something that really hadn't
Considering
been
the
done.
time, something
Especially
that really
over that
hadn't
extent,
been done.
almost
Especially
majority
over
of the
that
movie.
extent, almost majority of
This
the
was
movie.
something that
This
was
groundbreaking
something
for the
that
time. Was groundbreaking
and
for the time.
look where we
And
have come.
Look
where
we
we
have
have
come
come.
with computer-generated graphics.
Look where
a
we've
lot of the
come with
movies
computer-generated
graphics.
A lot of the movies
60,
are
70%,
particularly the action, the
70%
big blockbuster,
particularly
special effects
the
movies.
action, the big
60,
blockbuster,
70%
special
computer-generated graphics.
60, 70%
Thor:
computer-generated
Love
graphics.
and Thunder. Think how much
Thor: Love and Thunder.
computer-generated graphics
Think
are
how much
in that. Computer-generated graphics
Kenobi,
are
the
in
Obi-Wan
that.
Kenobi series.
Kenobi, the Obi-Wan
Just about
Kenobi
everything
series.
was computer. Besides,
Just about everything
the
was
actors,
computer-
and
besides
some set pieces.
the actors and some
The-
set
the
pieces.
planets.
They weren't
planets.
walking around in deserts. They were walking
They
around
were
in front of a
walking
video
around in
screen.
deserts. They were
Basically,
walking
the next
around in front of a
iteration
video
of
screen.
computer-generated
Basically, the next
graphics.
iteration
It's-
of computer-generated graphics.
It's that kind of
It's-
stuff.
It's that kind of
So
stuff.
that is.
That's where we go into Tron now.
That's where we go
is
into
Tron now.
So
Tron
eventually we got the Tron
is
Legacy movie.
The new attraction.
So eventually we got
They
the Tron
announced
Legacy movie.
today. They
They
just put up a new
the
picture.
new attraction.
They're testing it.
They announced
They're
still
today.
testing
They
the
just put
ride
up a new
vehicles.
picture.
They're
They're
testing
testing
with
the
the
lights on now.
They're still testing
So
the ride
not just
vehicles.
the lights.
They're
for the
testing with the lights
for the
on
attraction
now.
inside and
So
on
not
the
just
vehicle, but the canopy.
lights for the
They're testing
for the attraction
everything.
inside.
Everything
on the vehicle,
is
but the
being
canopy.
tested and worked
They're
on.
testing everything.
Excuse me a second.
Everything is being tested and worked on.
Excuse me a second. That's good water. That's good water.
They released a
Um,
picture of the
Ride vehicle
they released
in
the
the
picture
outside
of
part
the
with the canopy. Ride vehicle
all lit
in
up,
the outside part
and they had a
with
little
the canopy
PR press release
all lit up.
on the Disney blogs.
And they had a little
let me read this
PR
to you. This
press
is from,
release on the Disney blogs.
Imagineer
And
Chris.
Let me read this to you. This is
Chris
from
Betty
said.
Imagineer Chris.
Our story picks up following
Betty
the events of Tron
said,
Legacy, whose main
Our
character,
story picks up
Sam
following
Flynn,
the events of
is
Tron
now
Legacy,
opening new gateways
whose main character
into the
Sam
digital
Flynn,
realm.
is
As
now opening
specific
new
locations
gateways at
into the
specific
digital
locations
realm.
around the world.
As specific
The
locations
first portal
at
he
specific
created
locations around
was
the world.
in
or
the
at
first portal
Shanghai
he
Disneyland
created was
with the
in
original Tron
or
Light
at
Cycle
Shanghai
Power Run.
Disneyland.
With the
And-
original Tron
and now
Light Cycle
the Magic
Power
Kingdom
Run
guests
will get their turn
through this
and now
second
the
gate.
Magic Kingdom guests will get their turn when you
Through
enter
this
the
second
attractions
gate.
queue. You'll feel as if you're digitized.
When you enter the attractions
entering
queue,
the grid, you'll feel
for a
as if
special light cycle
you're
race
digitized
alongside your
entering
family
the
and
grid
friends.
for a special
You
light
all
cycle
joined
race
Team
alongside
Blue,
your family
hence
and
the color
friends.
of the wheels in the
You
photo
all
above,
joined
which was-
Team Blue. I
hence
just
the color
described
of
the
the
wheels in the photo above, which was
for a high-speed
just
launch
described
into a competition against
Team Orange.
for a high-speed
As
launch
you
into
swoop
a
and
competition
swerve your
against
way
Team Orange.
around the course,
as
your
you
goal
swoop
is
and
to
swerve
be the
your way
first
to
around
race
the course
through the 8
Your
energy
goal
gates
is to be
and
the
secure
first
your
to
victory.
race through
Will
the
your
8
team
energy
have
gates
what
and
it
secure your
takes?
victory? Will your team have
you have it.
what it takes?
So that's from
So there you
Imaginary
have
Chris Betty.
it.
So that's
from
Imaginary Chris
So
Betty.
it takes place after Tron Legacy, as we
is-
know. And look at
So
the
it takes
designs.
place
It's
after
not
Tron
the
Legacy,
light
as we
cycles
know.
of the original Tron.
And look at the
movie
designs.
From, it's not the light cycles of the original
It
Tron movie
is
from
the more
82.
modern ones from Tron
It
Legacy.
is the more
My
modern
guess it
ones
takes
from
place
Tron
probably
Legacy.
around, may even be after.
My guess it takes place
uh,
probably around
the
may even
animated
be
series.
after
Tron Uprising,
the animated series.
I've been actually starting to watch on Disney
Tron Uprising,
and
which
I've been actually starting to
watch on
We
Disney
only just got the one season out of it.
So far, it's been pretty good.
Kind of cut short.
We only just got the one
kind of
season
unfortunate because it was supposed to be the kind of cut short. That's
bridge
kind of unfortunate.
Into
it was supposed to be the
third Tron movie.
The bridge.
Rumors had it
into
the third Tron movie.
Don't know.
Rumors had
We'll see.
Getting
Look how long it took us to get.
Don't know.
Tron Legacy, the second
see.
one. I just showed that to my kids.
How long
recently.
it took us to get.
Tron Legacy,
showed my kids
the
Tron
Legacy.
I just showed that to my kids
Legacy recently.
I just showed my kids Tron Legacy.
Not
Tron
sure how it would
Legacy
go over
recently.
I didn't show them the
And
original Tron.
Not sure how it would go
And
over.
I was debating if I should.
I didn't show them the original
but I did.
Tron.
So I was debating if I should.
I went ahead and showed them Tron
but
Legacy,
and
so
they liked it.
I went ahead
they
and
were
showed
actually
them Tron
intrigued by
Legacy,
it.
and
Now I can go back and show them the
they
original
liked it.
Tron.
They were actually intrigued by it.
Now I can go back and show them the original Tron. According to my daughter, it may hurt her eyes because of the graphics and how bad they were. According to my daughter, it may hurt her eyes because of the graphics and how bad they were.
I don't think they're that bad.
I think I think they'll be acceptable. I think
I don't
the
think
kids
they're
might
that
like
bad.
it. It's a little
I think
slower
they're-
pace. I think they'll be
a little
acceptable. I
slower
think
pace.
the
The
action
kids
is
may
as
like it.
grandiose.
It's a little slower pace,
but
a little slower
for what
pace,
it
the
is,
action is
it's
as
enjoyable.
grandiose.
At least I always liked it, but for what
I
it
grew
is,
up with it.
that's
enjoyable.
It's
At
a
least
different
I always
perspective.
liked it, but I grew up with it. That's
It's a different perspective.
the ride.
We should be hearing more also again
the
from
ride-
D23.
We
Should be hearing more also
They're
again
pouring a
from
lot more
D23.
concrete. They're pouring a lot
Shortly.
more.
They're
pouring
pouring
a lot more
the
concrete. They're
foundation's
pouring a
pretty much
lot
done.
more.
The train tunnel looks
foundation.
to be done.
Well, the foundation's pretty
Supposedly
much
the
done.
tracks are late.
The train tunnel
And
looks
that's
to
what
be
I'm
done.
hearing.
And
Supposedly the tracks are late. That's what I'm building up the marquee. They're creating more of the path, the walkway. That's building up the marquee. They're creating more of the path, the walkway.
Building the ride.
It's really just
all that is
exterior
done.
stuff
That's the
that they're
big
working
work.
on now. The building, the ride. Now
All
it's just
that is
finishing
done.
up.
That's
the
the big work.
outside stuff.
Now,
Now
I'm
it's
not
just
saying they're
finishing
going to
up
pull
the
a
Disneyland
Disneyland
stuff and open with.
Now,
wet
I'm not
cement
saying they're going to
and,
pull
everyone's
a
shoes get stuck
Disneyland
in it
and open with
as they're
wet
walking to
cement
the
and,
attraction. Everyone's shoes.
That's
get
not
stuck
gonna
in it
happen.
as they're walking to
They're
the
going to make sure
attraction.
everything is set and done.
That's not going to happen.
Is it possible?
They're going to make sure everything
Is
is
it
set
within
and
the
done.
realm of possibility?
Is it
That
possible
Tron still opens?
Is it
this
within the
year?
realm of possibility that Tron
It's
still
not
opens
impossible.
this year? But let's think
It's
what they
not
got going
impossible.
on. You have
Basically, Tron.
let's think
and
what they
the,
got going on. You have
Moana,
basically
Adventures
Tron
of Water
and the
are in a race with each
uh,
other.
Moana,
And so far, I want to
Adventures
say
of
Tron is
Water
winning.
are in a race with
But
each other.
Moana's is
And
the so far, I
simpler
want to say Tron
thing.
is winning.
Right?
But Moana's is the simpler
It's
thing.
basically a bunch of rock structure
Right?
with some plant life around it,
It's
and redirecting
basically a bunch of rock
water
structure
pipe.
with some plant life around
Or
it,
some water
and as it splashes
redirecting
along.
a water pipe.
Not really that
Or some
intricate.
water as it
No
splashes.
safety
along.
testing. No,
Not
some
really
safety
that
testing.
intricate.
The safety
No safety
testing.
testing,
Let's
no,
be
you know,
honest.
some safety testing.
No
The
real
safety testing and everything,
craziness.
let's be honest.
It is a much
No
simpler
real craziness
attraction.
It is
quote,
a
unquote,
much
to open
simpler than say a roller coaster.
attraction.
A roller coaster's
quote
built.
unquote,
roller
to
coaster's
open
being tested.
than
The
say a
roller
roller
coaster's
coaster.
being
The
run.
roller coaster's built.
Roller coaster's
So,
being tested. The roller coaster's
who's going to
being
win this?
run. Because
Tiana.
so
Not Tiana.
ooh, I'm still
Who's
on.
going to win this?
Tiana's
Because
Bayou Adventure of Splash Mountain.
Tiana.
Not Tiana.
The
I'm still on
Moana Adventure
Tiana's
of Water
Bayou Adventure of Splash Mountain.
is the
framework is
Moana
being built,
Adventure of Water.
but they still have
is
the pathways to build. They still
the
have
framework
a lot of
is
the
being built.
Rock,
Rock
they still
work
have
to create
in
the
pathways to
to-
build. They still have
even
a lot
if
of
the
rock
Communicore
work
building
to
isn't
create,
done yet,
and
they
do not have to open
even
at the same
if
time. and
the
they probably won't
Communicore
open
building
at the same
isn't
time.
done yet.
Which
And
one do you?
they do
open
not have to
first?
open at the same time. And
We've
they
already
probably
had
won't
Guardians of the
open at the same
Galaxy
time.
in
Which
Epcot
one do you
open
open
first?
So
We've
that
already
one
had
is
Guardians
done.
of the Galaxy in Epcot.
And that's a big shiny thing for Epcot.
so
do you
that one
open
is
another
another brand new attraction.
And that's a big
or a
shiny
smaller
thing for
but new
Epcot.
attraction in
Do you
Epcot.
open
another brand new attraction
And then save the
big
big
one
one
smaller
for the Magic
but
Kingdom
new attraction in
for
Epcot
next year.
and then save the
Or do
big
you
one
open the
for
one in the Magic Kingdom
this year
for next year.
towards the end. And they'll
Or do
carry
you
into
open the
next
one
year.
in
the Magic Kingdom this year
And then do
towards the end. And
Moana's
they'll carry into
next
next year as part
and
of
then
just
do
to keep people
Moana's next
to
year
filter people
as
out of
part of
just to
out of
keep
the Magic
people
Kingdom.
as I'm saying this
To filter people
got me
out
thinking.
of So you're going to have Splash
Kingdom.
Mountain
As I'm saying
shut
this,
down. You got me thinking.
So that is a big
So
loss
you're
for the
going to have
Magic
Splash
Kingdom.
Mountain shut down.
People need to go somewhere.
So
People are
that
still going to be going
is
to the
a
Magic
big
Kingdom.
loss
But that's
for the
one less
Magic
thing for
Kingdom.
them to do in the Magic Kingdom. People need to go somewhere.
Enter
People are still going to be going to the
Tron
Magic Kingdom, but
Light
that's one
Cycle
less
Power
thing for
Run.
them to do in the Magic Kingdom.
Enter.
You have a
Tron
new thing
Light
to
Cycle
draw
Power
people.
Run.
Now, granted, you're shifting the gravity of the park instead
You
of
have a
going
new thing to draw
into
people.
Now,
Frontierland.
granted, you're shifting the
gonna be now
gravity of
going
the
over
park
to
instead of
Tomorrowland.
going into
Frontierland.
going to
They're
Tron.
going to be now going over to Tomorrowland.
And
So what are the
Going to
chances
Tron.
that Tron and Splash
so
Mountain
what are the chances
opening
that
and closing,
respectively,
Tron
are going to be
and
somewhat
Splash
connected and
Mountain's
linked? Opening and closing, respectively,
That's got me thinking.
are going to be somewhat connected and linked. Which makes me also wonder.
That's got
okay,
me thinking.
that makes it more likely we see.
Which
makes me also wonder. Okay,
Journey of Water.
that makes it
Oh, the
more
Adventure
likely
Waters, Journey of
we
Water.
see open
Journey of
possibly
Water
this year. It would open before
the
Tron.
Adventure Waters, Journey of Water.
Kind of makes sense.
Open possibly this
But I'm
year.
not putting
It would
money
open
on
before
anything.
Tron.
I don't know. I know nothing. Kind of makes
told
sense.
me
Anything. But I'm not putting
it
money
is-
on anything.
It's all
I don't
pure
know.
speculation,
I know
but
nothing.
food for thought.
No one's told
Food
me
for
anything.
thought. And I want to know what
But
you're
it
thinking
is.
about this.
It's
What
all
your thoughts?
pure speculation. But food
Which
for
one's
thought.
going to get the
Food for
grand
thought.
and I
Which
want
one's
to know
going
what
to get
you're
the
thinking
first
about this.
opening?
What your thoughts?
Journey of Water.
Which
or
one's
Tron?
going to get the grand?
Which one's
And
going to
when?
get the
This
first
year,
opening?
next year?
Journey of Water or
Either
Tron?
way, they're going to be relatively close to
And
each
when?
other.
This year? Next year?
So we shall see.
Either way,
shall
they're going to
see.
be relatively close to each
Now,
other.
as far as the show notes
we shall
or
see.
news about
We
the
shall
show,
see.
so obviously
Now, as
live
far
shows
as
back
the
on.
show
You can
notes,
see
we have a
or
new
news about the show.
had a new logo.
So obviously
for
live
the
shows
live
back
show.
on.
I
You
will
can
actually
see
have merchandise.
we have
for
a
the
new
logo coming
had
out
a new logo
this week
for the live show. I will actually
be
have
on the lookout
merchandise
for
it.
the new logo
Should
coming
be nice.
out
Some
this week.
t-shirts and
So be on the
certain
lookout
things, some
for it.
hoodies. Should be nice.
Nothing too
Some
lavish.
T-shirts
Nothing, nothing too crazy.
but
certain things, some hoodies,
some nice stuff to
nothing too lavish.
You can get
nothing,
yourself
nothing too crazy.
again, but
you get yourself something.
some nice stuff to
nice-
you can get
excuse me,
yourself
some nice
again,
clothing to wear, some nice
you
shirts,
get yourself
some nice hoodies,
something.
whatever. Some nice
good quality stuff.
Excuse me,
from our
some nice
shop.
clothing to wear, some
Helps
nice shirts,
the show
some nice
out.
hoodies,
Helps
whatever.
us out on the show.
Good quality
and
stuff.
you get something
from
out
our
of it, too.
shop.
So that's something
Helps the show out.
that's
Helps
a good
us
thing to
out
go on
on
the
they
show.
always got sales going
And
on.
you get something
over
out of it,
Shops
too.
through
So
TeePublic.
that's something,
Always having sales.
That's a good thing to go. And they always got sales
Look for
going
the
on
sales.
over
Help
shops through
yourself out.
TeePublic.
Get yourself
always
some-
having sales
some clothes.
and
Look for
support
the
your
sales. Your
help
podcast,
yourself out.
favorite
Get
podcast
yourself
while you're at it.
some clothes.
The Facebook
And,
page
support your-
is back
Your podcast
after
favorite
a
podcast
long
while you're at it.
hiatus. The
Um,
Facebook
and
page is back
much
after a long hiatus.
disgruntled,
Feelings towards
um,
Facebook
and
on my behalf.
much
The Facebook page is
disgruntled
back. Feelings towards Facebook
Now,
on my behalf.
Here's the tricky
The
part.
Facebook page is
I can't tell you
back.
the exact link at the moment
Now,
because it is really
Here's the
long.
tricky part.
It
can't
starts
tell you
off.
the
It
exact
is
link at the moment
if
because
you
it
look
is
up
really long. DMP.
It starts
fans.
off. It is
That's D.
if you look up
DMP
space
fans.
That's
What you guys are.
DMP
with the plural.
You should be able to
space
find it.
Fans. What you guys are
But
with the plural.
the
You should
URL
be able to find
is
it.
not facebook.com/DMP
But
hyphen fans.
The URL
It's
is not
DMP hyphen
facebook.com/fans
DMP hyphen fans.
with a long
It's DMP
number
hyphen
after it.
fans.
I am looking to see what I can do
with
to
a
get that
long
changed.
number after it.
That may take
I
a
am
little
looking
time.
to see
so
what
in
I can
the
do
meantime,
to get that
I
changed.
can't tell you what the link is here.
That may take a little
And
time. So
whenever I
in the
record
meantime,
this week's show,
I can't tell you what the link is
I won't
here.
be able to say what the
And
link is
whenever
on
I
there
record
either
this
because it will
week's
take me
show,
a while and it's quite
I won't be able to say
crazy.
what the link
But
is
here
on
I am
there
going to tell you
either
this.
because it will take me a
It
while.
will be
and it's-
in the
it's
show
quite
notes.
crazy.
Wednesday.
But here I am going to tell you this.
The show notes will
It
have
will
the link
be in
to
the show
new
notes
Facebook
of
page
Wednesday's
on
show.
there.
I will
The
mention
show
that.
notes will
I
have
will
the
also
link
put it
to
in
the
our
new
Facebook
group
page.
Which
On
that
there.
one I can tell
I
you
will
the
mention
URL.
that,
I will
too,
also put
which
it
is
in our
facebook.com
Facebook
group
Disney
Does that one I
Marvel
can tell you the
Podcast.
URL to,
which is
so that
facebook.com
is
the group.
/group
The group is
Disney
still going to be
Marvel
hanging around,
Podcast.
but the new focus is going to be on the
So
page.
that
I will
is
put the
the
link
group. The group
there.
is still
I
going to
am
be
now
hanging
sharing
around,
stuff,
but the new focus is
from
going to be on the
the
page.
postings
I will put
in
the link on
there.
the
I
page
am now sharing
to
stuff
the group.
So
from
those on the group,
the
still see it
postings
there.
in,
But please,
on the page,
join
to the group,
the Facebook
so those
page.
on the group.
You
You
still
get
see
around
it
to
there.
seeing the link,
But
click
please,
over,
join
like it,
the Facebook page.
Hit the little notification.
Get around to
thing
seeing the link.
Click over.
Like it.
Going on.
Hit the little notification thing. So that's going to be the primary notification going on. I have some other things in the work at the moment. I'm trying to get some. That's going to be the primary focus. More of a presence for the show. I have some other things in the work at the moment. There's going to be some trying to get some more to the show. If you notice, more presence for the show going. If you already like the page, the Facebook page, and you've gone to it, you've seen it, you may realize that I've changed the wording around. The Facebook page, and you've gone to it, you've seen it. I'm going to let you know. You may realize that I've changed the wording around. Might as well do it on our first live show. I'm going to let you know. I was going to have a bigger announcement, but might as well do it on our first live show. The name of the show is kind of changing a little bit. So it's still going to be Disney Marvel's podcast. The name of the show is kind of changing. It's going to be Disney Marvel's podcast. So it's still going to be Disney Marvel's podcast. For fans. But it's going to be Disney Marvel's podcast. So it's by fans, for fans. Disney Marvel's podcast. I have a little tagline going on. And sometimes I'll just refer to it as DMP. Disney Marvel's DMP fans. Or sometimes I'll just refer to it as DMP. Because DMP I want to let you know that this show is because more than just Disney. It's more let you know it is something that it's more than just Disney. We're doing more than for you, Marvel, and it's making you more part of the show. We're doing show for you wouldn't be anything. And it's making you more part of the show, and the show by putting that into the title of the show, and I feel by putting that into it's kind of the title of the show. Our thanks. I feel how much we feel that your presence kind of sharing really helps make this show what it is, and how much we feel that your presence really helps make this show what it is. 184 episodes. We wouldn't be this one. 184 episodes. 184 episodes. 200 episodes. This right around the corner. This is our 184 episodes. Where has the time gone? A lot of my 200 episodes is right around the podcast worlds that started around the same time of a lot of my friends in the podcast run their shows that started around the same time as us. Their shows have bowed. They've run their shows, and I'm grateful that they gave us the time that they did. And we're still going, and that's grateful. It's kind of weird for me that they gave us the time that they did. To say, and we're still going, and that's kind of weird for me that I want to give more recognition to you guys, and I need to do that. And I'm going to do that. I feel that I want to give more recognition to you guys, and I need to do that. Tagline, do that through log line for the show. Kind of basically, it's a subtitle by the fans, or tagline because log line for the show, for you by the fans. And that's my way to show more appreciation for you, for the time that we get to spend together. My way to show more appreciation, may or may not have for the time that we get to spend together. But again, we may or may not have met. You are part of this family, but some families are rather large and they never really truly get to meet everybody. Some families are rather large and they never really truly get to meet everybody. I hope to get to meet all of you. You are part of this family. I just want you to know how much we get to meet all of you. How grateful. But in the meantime, I just want you to know I'm speaking about everybody on this end of the microphone. We are here. Well, not everybody comes to this end of the microphone. Everybody on this end of the this end of the microphone. I don't share it often. Not everybody comes to this end of the microphone. And technically, it makes it very difficult. I don't share it often. But everyone on this end of the production. And technically, it makes it very difficult. My wife Kim. But everyone on this end of the production. Emily. Isaac, everybody else has been on the show. My wife Kim, Dave, thank you, Emily, for being. Everybody else has been on the show, and so thank you for being part of it on that. And so that's if there's any other further questions at this time, please put them in the chat. So if not, if there's any other further questions at this time, thank you for joining us in the chat this week. First live show back. Great to be doing the live shows. Thank you for joining Saturday night this week. And first live show back. Great to be doing the live shows again Saturday night. Haven't thought of the topic forward to next week. Bringing you more next floating in my head. Haven't thought of the topic to see next week. Maybe we'll do something Miss Marvel. Floating in my head. We'll do. We'll have to see. Maybe we'll do something Miss Marvel. Maybe we'll do. We can always do a top 5 Miss Marvel. Following week Miss Marvel. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Top 5 Miss Marvel. Stay tuned to the social networks. I'll let you know that way. Stay tuned to the social networks. On that, we'll let you know that way. On that bombshell. And thank you again for joining in. on that note.
And I'll see you
on that bombshell
next time.
Thank you again for joining in.
Have a good night, everybody.
And I'll see you next